Greetings. This training is an overview of the dry decontamination products purchased by and delivered to EMS agencies in our region beginning in September 2024. The intention of the NCW HERC is to enhance and revitalize our decontamination capability within the region utilizing new technology with the First Line Technology Dry Decontamination Program. Our initial project is to supply 100 licensed transporting ambulances in our region with one dry decon pack. In return, the HERC's expectation is that the recipients of these products agree to receive training on proper use of the products and accept responsibility to replace any used or expired products. This presentation is not intended to be comprehensive hazmat decontamination training. It is only training specific for the use of the First Line Technology dry decontamination products. The first part of the project is the FiberTech wipes. What are they? FiberTech is a dry decontamination solution. It's a non-woven composite substrate for absorbing and absorbing toxic industrial chemicals, materials, pesticides, particulates, fungi, bacteria, viruses, etc. Think of it as a super cool paper towel. It has a 15-year shelf life. It has a 3-layer design of polyester, fibrous active carbon layer, and another polyester cotton layer. It is a Class 1 medical device approved for dermal application. Then there's the Dahlgren Decon solution. It's a 3-component decontamination solution that can quickly decontaminate most chemical warfare agents, toxic materials, and other emerging threats, including fentanyl, ricin, meth, and more. There's been extensive testing by the U.S. Department of Defense and other federal agencies. It has a 10-year shelf life. At this point, the Dahlgren Decon solution is only partially used for patients. More on this later. When should these products be used? The primary use is for chemical warfare agents, biological warfare agents, toxic industrial chemicals, toxic industrial materials, other biological and viral agents, and other agricultural materials including pesticides and fertilizers. A secondary use would be for the decontamination of equipment and vehicles. We do not recommend the use of these products for just general cleaning, bloodborne pathogen cleanup, when other hazmat cleanup resources are responding and no immediate threats to life or health are present, or when the patient is simply contaminated with gas or vapor agents. Usually, ventilation and off-gassing is more than enough for these patients. What is the HERC providing? The HERC will be providing 100 ambulances in the region with the First Line Technology dry decontamination products. As mentioned, in return, you'll be required to attend this training and sign an MOU stating that you'll safely house and use these products and monitor expiration dates. Again, the expiration dates for the FiberTech wipes are approximately 15 years and the Dahlgren Decon solution 10 years. The NCW HERC will provide each ambulance with a packet of 2 6-inch by 12-inch FiberTech wipes and then 1 personal dry decontamination kit that also includes 2 more of the 6-inch by 12-inch FiberTech wipes, the agents to prepare 1 bottle of Dahlgren Decon solution, and all the equipment to mix that solution. The kit is intended to be used either to decontaminate 2 crew members or 1 to 2 patients. The general procedure for managing contaminated patients includes responders donning appropriate PPE, removal of the patient from the hazardous environment, removing the patient's clothing. This may be challenging to get patients to agree sometimes, but it's extremely effective at removing significant amounts of the agent. Brush off any visible dry agents, being sure to be upwind when doing so as to not to contaminate yourselves or recontaminate the patient. Also be sure to leave the clothing behind, but contained and in custody of other public safety responders. These are considered patient belongings as well as potential evidence and, of course, hazardous materials. Conducting dry decon with a FiberTech cloth or wipe is easy. Consider using the wipe when the patient has liquids on their skin. Blot with the cloth. Start at the face and then sides and back of the head. Blot the shoulders, chest, stomach, and arms. Blot their back, and then down to the thighs, buttocks, knees, lower legs, and feet. First Line Technology reports that removal of the patient's clothing and use of the FiberTech wipe will remove 95% of contaminants. If needed, the patient could even decon themselves under your supervision. Then there's the Dahlgren Decon solution. There is a part A of the solution that can be used with the FiberTech wipes to help remove solids or other liquids that don't easily wipe off with just the wipe itself. Part A lowers the surface tension of the water, encouraging contaminants to detach from the surface and more easily be wiped off. It's kind of a super soap. It also binds and coats the contaminants, holding them in suspension and preventing them from off-gassing as potentially toxic vapors. Part A may be used on human skin. Simply pour the contents of the Part A pouch into the supplied sprayer. Spray a FiberTech wipe with the Part A solution, and then use the wipe to blot the contaminant from the patient. After undressing and wiping with the FiberTech wipe, with or without Part A, the patient may now be considered safe for transport to a hospital. Consider consulting local hazmat resources for the need of further decon, and certainly advise the hospital of any decon done to the patient. Consider wrapping the patient in a blanket to contain any other potential remaining agents. Now let's talk about the full Dahlgren Decon solutions, Part A and Part B. This solution can be used to decontaminate equipment, vehicles, and PPE. However, it is not approved by the FDA for use on patient skin. First Line is currently seeking this approval, and they state that it's no worse than vinegar on the skin, but as mentioned, it's not currently approved. To use the solution, you must have the full components of Part A, B1, and B2 and mix them exactly as directed. If some or all of your Part A has already been used, you can't mix this solution. The ratios will be off. Only mix it up if the packages are unopened and have full contents. Again, we'll use the sprayer to apply the Dahlgren Decon solution. Mixing the full Dahlgren Decon solution is easy. Simply take your 3 packets, your mixing rod, and the beaker. Add Part A packet into the beaker. Add Part B1. Stir it with the mixing rod for about 30 seconds until it's thoroughly dissolved. Don't shake it up. Then add packet B2. Again, mix it for about 30 seconds until fully dissolved. Do not shake the solution. Do not use any part of the Dahlgren Decon solution on chemicals that may react with alcohols or water. A few of these compounds are listed here. Consult the First Line Decon Field Guide app or other hazmat resources to identify other agents. The FiberTech wipes are still considered hazmat and must be disposed of as such unless a full solution of the Dahlgren Decon solution has been applied to the wipe and a neutral pH has been achieved. Then it can be considered normal waste. Consult local hazmat resources for proper guidance. Be sure to communicate with the hospital about any contaminated patients before transport begins. Advise them of what the agents are, as well as what decontamination steps have been taken. Prior communication and coordination with your local fire departments, emergency management, and hazmat teams is critical. Advise these teams that you have these products and give them an opportunity to learn about them and check them out. Have plans in place for additional patient, personnel, equipment, and vehicle decontamination. Also have plans in place for dealing with any of this waste disposal. More of these products, as well as other dry decontamination products, can be ordered through First Line Technology, firstlinetech.com. Additional resources come from the First Line Technology Decon Field Guide app, available in the App Store and Google Play, these YouTube videos, the First Line Technology website, and the NCW HERC coordinator. Thank you.